Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be breaking down what happened in this video of the LeMonde. I think this is from Mr. LeMonde 23. And though we still probably will hate him, I mean, they still had a good 6 years. I mean, yeah. So we're just gonna look over what happened. We're gonna look over the whole video, as in the whole 12 and 40 second minute video. I will see. I'll tell you. Tell you like what I feel about LeMonde closing. But we'll watch the video. Let's get to it.
Hello all, Mr. LeMonde here. In 2014, I founded an airline which you may know, LeMonde Airlines.
Yeah.
Throughout those years, the airline and most importantly the people in it have been an important part of my life. Within those years, I've been able to get in touch with so many different people from so many different countries and cultures. We have had ups and downs, good and bad times. I do not regret the time within LeMonde, and I would like to take my time to share my personal experience within the past years here on Roblox. The closure of the group marks an intensive and also difficult chapter of my life.
Yeah, I would agree.
At the age of 13, I founded the airline on the platform Roblox. My goal was simple, and this has been my goal till the airline shut down: make people happy. In 2014, the rural aviation community was completely different.
Yeah, I can totally agree. I was not in the community by then, but I mean, yeah,
I would like to congratulate those
it.
people, and I'm happy that you were a part of the aviation community back then. The community during this time was way smaller.
Yeah.
Everybody knew each other,
agree.
people got along with each other, and respected each other. Of course, there have been difficult times, and there have been conflicts, but the thing is that people back then understood what human dignity is, and no one crossed any lines that could have violated the privacy and dignity of others. On that note, I would like to thank Eric Roblox for his tremendous and amazing work and everything he did in the rural aviation community. His skills and creativity and diplomatic views have set the first steps for a larger community, and he truly inspired me. Throughout those years, I had the privilege to get to know so many different people from so many different cultures and nationalities.
That's what rural aviation is all about. Around the world, you can learn about different cultures, different people, and it's like a brotherhood. We're all have one common goal, just to fly flights. I mean, that's basically it. I mean, I love what I do in aviation. I love what I do. I don't think it's boring yet, because you see different stories from different airlines. They're always different, mixes of stories, and that's what I like. That's what I think about aviation. It's not you get into the airport, take off, cruise, land, get to the gate. In my mind, it's looking for the story that each airline captures. Whether it's a large airline like Flyhaven or it's a smaller airline like Westlink. Sorry for shameless plug, but I mean, you still there's a story behind it, and that's what makes aviation fun for myself and also the people. The people I think honestly, these are the kindest people I ever met. I was very shy in elementary. I still had friends. I wasn't bullied at all. I was never bullied. But I was a very shy person. I was just like the all brainiac person. But using aviation as a platform and my love and passion for aviation, not for flying, but being a passenger, I love doing that. That really brings it, because even over this pandemic and all that stuff, I still can experience flying on a computer. Yeah, but moving on.
And I'm thankful that it extended my worldview. But nevertheless, not everything was rosy when I first started the airline. Since I'm not a native English speaker, which you can probably tell by my accent, it has been difficult for me to properly communicate with people from different countries. Besides that, at the age of 13, I wasn't the smartest person either, and I've messed up some things. While I was going through the process of growing up, I've made mistakes. Mistakes which still haunt me to this very day, and as all of you know, the internet never forgets. I would like to apologize for pain.
Even if I go crazy and cursing in 10 years from now, people will still remember that. I mean, not really, but it's still on the internet, and with the other sites who just spread it around like wildfire. I mean, what can he do? when it's out, it's out. You know, that's the thing. But moving on.
Seeing myself in a black color and looking back at it, I regret
Okay.
doing such things, even though it was not to mark other people in skin colors, but rather to spread awareness that people get discriminated because of their skin color.
Alright.
Back then, I had to do a school project where we shot a video about the Irish short story from Roddy Doyle called New Boy. The
Okay.
plot is about a new boy arriving in a school in Ireland. He's the only person with a black skin color, and
Alright.
because of that, people discriminate him.
Yeah.
Throughout
Okay.
the plot, he gets bullied, attacked verbally and mentally, but in the end, the other
That's a
guys
good
get to know his
picture, yeah.
character more and more and understand that it does not matter if you're black or white, your personality counts.
The
At the age
personality,
of 15, I did not know any better, and I've learned that I should not share any personal information on platforms like those. Besides
Okay.
that, let me make one thing clear. I would never harass nor abuse minors, and I've not been on this platform to do such things. Abusing minors and taking advantage out of them is not what I would never do.
I mean, there is some proof of that. I'm not gonna say any comments about it because if I upset anybody, you know, there's dislikes, and you know how I don't like dislikes. I mean, I'm trying to stay neutral here in this position. I think I went a bit too far last video with the downfall of LeMonde video, but I really do think, you know, at the end of the video I'll talk about analysis, but I don't know. I mean, there's proof out there. I seen the proof. I mean, yeah.
I'm not sexually interested in minors. I'm against pedophiles and racist people, and within LeMonde I always stood up against such things, and I feel disgusted that people call me such things. Throughout the time, I've always tried to build a fair and equal environment for all of our members, where you do not get discriminated for who you are, no matter what skin color.
I worked for LeMonde America, and I can see that. I can really do see it. There's always a fair threat. Maybe they would get mad because we make mistakes, yeah. But there's always forgiveness. Not really. I don't know about LeMonde. I mean, LeMonde. I haven't worked for them, but in LeMonde America itself, they were very friendly, and they always welcomed people. And yeah, I mean, it's been a welcoming thing, and I love doing my job at LeMonde America. I love doing it. And of course, my activity was garbage, but I mean, yeah, it was a good run. Moving on.
You have, what religion you believe in, which gender you
We're only
love,
3
or which
minutes and
gender
30
you
in.
are.
Dang.
LeMonde was always involving. The
Yeah.
creativity and the team we had.
I think this was the first flight of LeMonde America. I was supposed to be on that flight, well, until I had to go somewhere, like 30 minutes prior to it, but god dang it, I forgot to do that, but moving on.
That was amazing. People like Kotaku, who have been here since 2015, were an important part of LeMonde. Kotaku made all of our aircraft, and we always stick to him and his loyalty and his skills. I thank you for your work and thank you for all the support. LeMonde had to face people going against us since day one. I can understand some of them.
If you're in the community, you're gonna always have enemies. That's just what it is. Even if you're an unknown, people will still you still see some people not disrespecting you. That's the thing out this community. Yeah. Moving on.
And that they were angry at us, and I would like to apologize for sometimes doing snap decisions, and also decisions which have hurt others. My aim was never to make people upset nor angry. At the end of the day, I'm not your governor, not your dictator, not your boss. I'm a human being, and sometimes I make mistakes.
Yeah, I think honestly, we're not the president. We're not the dictator. We're not, you know, a leader that is over everybody. We're all the same person who gets an equal opportunity. Even if a staff member gets harassed by his passenger, there's somebody behind the screen that is like you. They like road aviation. And yeah, I mean, I agree with that statement.
Back then, in 1989, a common desire for freedom unleashed incredible forces throughout Europe, and Poland, and Hungary, and Czechoslovakia, as well as in East.
Though if you're talking about Czechoslovakia, I know this is off topic, but yeah, they split up the Czechia and Slovakia. Geography question. Moving on.
Germany, hundreds of thousands of people dared to take the streets. The people demonstrated and brought down the wall which divided
Yeah,
Europe.
the
Something many
Soviets.
people
Yeah,
who
yeah,
believed that this would not be possible became reality.
yeah.
Where there was once only a dark wall, a door suddenly opened.
Yeah,
People were
that's true.
able to cross this border to venture out into the great wide open. I understood that nothing has to stay the way it is. I want to share that thought with you
Okay,
today for your future. Anything that seems to be set in stone can indeed change.
that's
In
true.
matters both large and small, every change begins in the mind. My country, Germany, had brought unimaginable suffering on Europe and the world during World War II.
Yep.
The
And
victors
World
and
War One.
defeated could have been in an ongoing conflict and fight for many years after World War II. But instead, Europe overcame centuries-old conflicts. A peaceful
Okay.
order based on common values rather than on national strength
Hold up.
emerged.
What? What the heck? That's a thing? That's really a thing. Really? Okay.
Despite all the discussions and conflicts, I firmly believe that we Europeans have united for the better,
Yeah.
and the relation between the USA and Germany demonstrates how former enemies can become friends.
Yep.
I believe that partnerships based on values such as democracy and human rights, no matter if we're talking about the actual world
Yep.
or the virtual world,
Yep.
benefits all sides. And
Yep.
today, it will not be long now until the leaders of this community are no longer subject of the exercising leadership program, but in most will be dealt with leadership in history.
Okay.
Most of you listening here, your generation, will be faced with the challenges in the Euro aviation community in the coming years. You
Okay.
are among those who will lead this community into the future.
Yep.
Conflicts, rumors, and drama jeopardize the very foundations of our community.
Yep.
Leaking assets and personally going against others lead to possible depression and loss of motivation.
Okay.
Therefore, you can and must do everything humanly possible to master such things in order to create a peaceful and safe environment on this community.
Yep. I think I agree with that statement 110%. If there's drama, we all fall down. We must help each other to move forward in this community. This community, I believe, is in a downfall. Even if I'm, including the LeMonde thing, drama means gold. You're going down. But, if we act like in 2015, we can go the right direction. I think that's the right direction. I mean, I can run for president for aviation, but yeah, I mean, I'm not, I'm not gonna take. I will leave this community some point. I don't know when, but I have one thing to say about aviation. It's a game, and you don't have to take it seriously. Doesn't mean you have to say, "Oh, I want bomb press." No, I'm just saying, if you be nice to people, amazing things will happen. I mean, I am copying this from The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien, but if you work hard, you'll get somewhere. And that's moving on.
However, each and every one of you must play your part. And I say this with a measure of self-criticism. Get better and learn from your mistakes.
That's 110% awesome me. I remember in that Jet Turkey video, I don't think it's out, but as I'm recording this, but if you want, don't say boo at me, because there's no constructive criticism I can improve on. Say something like saying, you need to improve on this, like you need to improve on your voice quality. And yes, I'm getting a new mic, but soon. I'm not gonna go off my side of my computer, but I'm just looking at it. But just give constructive criticism, and we can improve. That's how we're gonna do.
I will therefore do everything in my power to ensure that I'm doing the best I can to help others throughout my life, to support others, and to fight against discrimination. Changes for the better are possible if we tackle them together.
Okay.
If we go alone, we could not achieve much. Therefore, I would like to thank every single member of staff within the LeMonde and also in this community who are here to help each other, to shape the airline we built to what it is, till the end. An airline with many good times where I believe that we have made people happy instead of upset, where we helped others and gave others a platform to experience and share the passion of aviation. The second thought I want to share with you, more than ever, our way of thinking have to be multilateral rather than unilateral. Aliens helping each other out rather than aliens only thinking on their own.
Yeah.
Outward looking.
That's what alliances are about. And I wanted to join Avions and other alliances because of one thing. We needed help, okay? But we're not gonna get help unless we help others, and that's what alliances are about. You're not by yourself. The aviation community in Roblox is here to help you, each and every one of you. Unless you're a Daniel Eats, I think it'd be fun.
Rather than isolationist.
Mm-hmm.
In short, we have to work together rather than alone.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You, the people of this community, will have quite different opportunities than I had. Today, we use artificial intelligence to search through symptoms of millions of diseases in order to, among other things, diagnose cancer better.
Okay.
In future, robots can help doctors and nurses to focus on the individual needs of their patients.
Wait, what?
We cannot
Roblox? No, robots. Never mind. I thought it said Roblox. Like, what? I mean, yeah, but moving on.
predict which applications will be possible, no matter where, even on Roblox. But the opportunities this would bring are truly breathtaking. Dear members of the community, how we use these opportunities will be largely up to you. You are the ones who will be involved in deciding how our approach about how we work, communicate, get about, indeed, the entire structure of the community and individual airlines will be set. As the founder of LeMonde, I often had to ask myself, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing something because it is right, or simply because it is possible? This is something you need to keep asking yourselves. Are we laying down the rules for technology, or is technology dictating how we interact? Do we prioritize as individuals with their human dignity and all of their many facets, or do we only see the customer, the consumer, data sources, objects of surveillance? These are difficult questions. I've learned that we can find good answers even to difficult questions if we always also view the world through the eyes of the others. If we respect other people's history, traditions, religion, and identity, and if we do not always act on our first impulses, even if there's pressure to make a snap decision, but instead take a moment to stop, be still, think, and pause. Granted, that takes courage. Above it all, calls for the truth in our attitude of others, and most importantly, it calls for us to be honest with ourselves. There's no better place to begin here, in this community, where so many people from all over the world come together to share their passion for aviation.
And that's what aviation this community is all about. Come together and join flights. Because, I mean, starting off from me baking paper airplanes when I was young to this, doing YouTube every single day. Not every single day, but like I post every single day. To do what I love doing. I love aviation so much. It's not boring at all, and I mean, I could be wrong here, but aviation is probably the best communities out there, in my opinion. And I believe that aviation has a long way to go to further improve. There's always improvement, and it's better than Adopt Me. No, I don't like Adopt Me, so I have never played it, and I'm never gonna like it. So, sorry.
That requires us not to describe lies as truth and truth as lies. It requires us to not accept shortcomings as our normality. Yet, what could stop you? What could stop us from doing that? Once again, the answer is walls. Walls in people's minds, walls of ignorance. They exist between family members as well as between groups within the society, between people of different skin colors, nations, and religions. Please keep in mind, nothing can be taken for granted. Our individual liberties are not givens. Democracy is not something we can take for granted. Neither is peace, and neither is prosperity. But if we break down the walls when we go into the open and have the courage to embrace new beginnings, everything is possible. Walls can collapse, dictatorships can disappear, we can hold global warming, we can eradicate conflicts, we can give people, especially women, access to education and a safe and stable platform. We can do all of that. Let's not start by asking what is not possible, or focusing on what has always been that way. Let's start by asking what is possible and to look for things that have never been done like this before. Let us surprise ourselves by showing what is possible Let us surprise ourselves by showing what we are capable of. In my own
Okay.
life, it was the process within LeMonde which allowed me to be
I'm
creative
trying to be a
and
little
to get in
quiet
touch
here.
with other people
Not
from
gonna lie.
all over
I'll
the
leave the
world
video
and
in
to stand up
in
for
the
what
description.
I believe is right. Back then, I lived in a small village, and as you could imagine, there was
Okay.
limited access to what you could do. I found the platform Roblox and started to create my own dream and wanted to
Okay.
share my goals and visions with others. That was an exciting and magical time, just as your lives can be
Okay.
exciting and magical. But I also experienced moments of doubt and
Yep.
worry as well as depression. I knew what lay behind me, but not what lied ahead. The moment when you step out into the open is also a moment of risk taking.
Okay.
Letting go of the old is part of a new beginning. There is no beginning without an end, no
Okay.
day without night, no life without death. Our whole life consists of the difference, the space between beginning and ending. It is what lies in between that we call life and experience. I believe that time and
Okay.
time we again need to be prepared to bring things to an end in order to feel the
Mhm.
magic of new beginnings.
Mhm.
And who knows what life will bring me, that too is open. But one thing is clear,
Okay.
it will again be something different and something new. That is why I want to tell you, tear down walls of ignorance and
Okay.
narrow-mindedness, for nothing has to stay as it is. Take joint action in
Alright.
the interest of making the community and the world better. Keep asking yourselves, am I doing something because it is right, or
Okay.
simply because it is possible? Closing LeMonde in an abrupt way
Okay.
might have been the wrong decision, and I still think about it if I did the right thing. Yet, I also know that I needed to prioritize my mental health over a game on the internet.
Alright.
On that note, I would like to mention that I did not take any of the funds which some people claimed I did. The funds are still there, and I've already paid some of our developers, and I'm willing to pay those former staff who did not get the payout for the work they did. They of course
Okay.
deserve to be paid. Do not forget that freedom is never something that can be taken for granted. Surprise yourself with what is
Alright.
possible. Letting go of the old is
Alright.
part of the new beginning. And above all, nothing can be taken for granted. Everything is possible. Thank you for your support. Keep connecting the world and make the community a better place for all.
And that is it. I really want to say, I think honestly put, I think I accept apology from him, even though what happened was clearly horrible. And was a trade into the community. I think honestly, I respect him. I wouldn't really respect him on what happened at the end of his road aviation career, but I really do respect him for being a trailblazer in the community. And I think honestly, moving forward, I respect his decision. But of course, there's some disagreements there and here. But I otherwise put LeMonde was one of the best airlines in the community. They're one of the trailblazers in the community. They led forward to our growth. Um, I don't think LeMonde for 6 years, and my only 2 years. Which, by the way, six is six is more than how many years I lived in the community, and six is more than 5. I want to thank LeMonde for all the good times, and I really hope Jet Aurora has a good career, keeping the torch of LeMonde alive. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe if you're new. I'll see you later. Guys, thanks for watching, and let's Sriracha. Adios.